Morning, it's Bill McKinney. Welcome to another sunrise session. Super foggy gray day down here by the bay. Happy Friday. Let's talk about failure. I have a post-it note that I keep on a monitor at my desk that says, failure, just another test result. And I keep it there to remind me, number one, not to be afraid of failing and not to beat myself up when I do, but also to remind myself to process my failures so I can learn from mistakes. And let me give you an example of how that works. Night before last, I was working way too late. It was way past quitting time. And I was frustrated and I was pissed off because I was still working on a project that I thought I was going to knock out before noon that day. And I still wasn't done. And I wasn't getting anywhere. And I finally said, enough. This is officially a failure. And that's step one of the process, is to acknowledge, to own it. When we do that, it frees up. Here's how it works for me. That frustration, that anxiety, that anger, a lot of that was resistance, trying to avoid acknowledging that I'd screwed up. And, internally I was probably making excuses, whatever. There's a lot of head trash that was, that I had to get out of the way before I could go to step two, which is to, figure out what went wrong, to learn. So, I stood up, I walked away, grabbed a pencil and paper, and sat and thought about it for, an hour and a half. Tried to figure out, I was no longer working on the project, I was processing the failure. So I was asking, how'd I set myself up to fail? What went wrong? What came out of it that was good? What can I take away? A lot of questions I typically ask. The point is, an hour and a half later, I was done with the processing and I was ready for step three, which is to let go. Let go, walk away, take away the learning and move forward. Next day I was able to finish up the project. No anxiety, no pissed off. I was done with that piece of it. I processed my failure. I had my learning piece, finished the project with a clear mind. So anyway, that's my three-part failure formula. Sounds kind of like a bestseller. Sounds maybe simplistic, but works really well for me. Maybe because practice makes perfect. Anyway, that's what I got today. Go out and have yourself a great day. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next time. See ya.